Hi there, I'm Adam from Cardboard Studio. Welcome to another episode featuring the 3D Breakable Core Pack. In this episode, we'll be exploring a key feature, action types. This episode is divided into several sections. Action type overview, destroy, damage constant, damage random, chance random, required force, and finally, overriding global action type settings. Feel free to use the timestamps to jump between sections as needed. When designing interactive gameplay, it's often necessary to define how objects respond when hit. Say by a sword. Should the object be destroyed after a single hit? Or after exactly 3 hits? Should the number of hits be randomized? Or should destruction be based purely on chance? What if you want the object to break only if it hits hard enough? The 3D Breakable Core Pack provides a robust solution for handling these scenarios through the action type enum. This enum defines various behaviors that can be triggered under specific conditions, enhancing flexibility and immersion in your game environment. To demonstrate how each action type works, we'll use a simple shooting setup with AK rifle. Let's open scene 3. As you can see, we have a few breakable objects placed in front of us, and the AK model is ready to shoot. Each time we hit one of these objects, it triggers the currently selected action type. Now, let's take a closer look at the Destroy Manager included in the scene. This is where we control the behavior. At the moment, the action type is set to Destroy. Destroy instantly removes the object from the scene when conditions are met. This is useful for simple destruction objects that should vanish on impact. Let's exit play mode and change the action type to damage constant. Let's also adjust the initial durability to 3, so the objects will break after exactly 3 hits. Damage constant applies a fixed, predictable amount of damage, ideal for systems involving health, armor, or durability, where consistency is key. Let's exit play mode and change the action type to damage random. We'll also adjust the following settings: initial durability 5, minimum damage 2, maximum damage 6. Damage random inflicts a random amount of damage within a defined range. This adds unpredictability and variation to each interaction or hit. With these values, each hit will apply a random amount of damage between 2 and 6. This means the breakable object might break after just 1 hit, or it could take a few depending on the randomness. Let's exit play mode and change the action type to chance random. Next, let's set the destroy chance to 50. A value of 50 means there is a 50 out of 100 or 50% chance the object will be destroyed when hit. Chance random determines the outcomes based on probability. This is great for risk-reward mechanics, where destruction or damage isn't guaranteed. This introduces a fun element of unpredictability. Sometimes the object breaks on the first hit, sometimes it doesn't at all. Now it's the time to present the last action type, required force. This one deserves a dedicated demonstration, so let's switch over to scene 5. As you can see in our scene, we have 3 breakable items, each positioned beneath a hanging kettlebell. There is small, medium and large kettlebell, and they differ not only in size, but also in weight. This setup will help us demonstrate how the required force action type works, where only impacts with enough force will actually break the object. Let's enter play mode and see what happened. As we can see, 2 kettlebells managed to generate enough force to break the items. Thanks to enabled debug log force option, we could also check the exact impact force in the console. The destruction threshold was set for 400, and as shown, the smallest kettlebell only reached 372, just below the required force. Let's raise the smallest kettlebell to a Y position of 4, then enter play mode and check if that extra height gives it the impact needed to finally break the object. Perfect. Now it's generate enough impact to trigger the destruction. Lastly, remember that each breakable item can override the global action type settings. Just enable this toggle here to bypass the global configuration and apply custom behavior for the specific object. If you enjoyed this asset, please consider leaving a review. It would help me tremendously. And if you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you'd like, comment and share. It's mean a lot and helps me keep going. That's all from Cardboard Studio for now. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.